let us have first of all the problem statement. The problem statement starts with show that the cross correlation, that is represented r suffix xy of k here, between two jointly wide sense stationary processes represented x of n and y of n satisfies the following inequalities. This is the first inequality. Mod of the cross correlation r suffix xy of k is less than or equal to the square root of the bracket that involves the multiplication of rx of 0 with ry of 0. And the second inequality is mod of rxy of k is less than or equal to 1 by 2 times the square bracket that involves the addition of rx of 0 with ry of 0. So this completes our problem statement. In this problem statement, the important point is to note the cross correlation is denoted by r suffix xy as a function of k. Whatever the autocorrelation we have been practiced so far in the previous videos, that was also represented by the function r here, but to its particular suffix, there it was the only one variable to represent the autocorrelation sequence associated to that corresponding random process, and for the autocorrelation sequence that it was the single or itself it was the case for the random process here. So if it used to be rx of k, so it is autocorrelation sequence, autocorrelation function for the random process x of n. So here in this particular problem statement, this involves two random processes represented x of n and y of n, and both are wide sense stationary type, and as they are together here, we can have the analysis with the help of joint functions here. So now this is the cross correlation between the two, and we have to prove that, we have to show that these two given random processes with the cross correlation satisfy these two inequalities. Inequalities is said because the left hand side of both the equations are not equal to the right hand side part here. So they are always represented in these two equations less than or equal to, hence it is called as inequalities. So we have to give the proof here. So one by one, part A here we consider for the first equation, and for the second equation for part B we consider, we shall prove the same. Now as for part A, we shall start with, we have the two random processes x of n and y of n. Both are wide sense stationary processes jointly associated to one another with the help of cross correlation r suffix xy of k. So now for such random processes, as we have learned the ensemble averages of the first order as well as second order, from the first order we have the knowledge of mean, which is also called as expected value here. So along with these two random processes, if we take the help of any of the constant that can be represented by small a, so for this part we can have the relation here. So in this mathematical relation, we are finding the expected value of, here it is the square of the bracket that involves, we have a into x of n plus k minus y of n. So as expected value is also called as the mean, it is nothing but the averaging here, and this is basically squared inside this. So this is always a non-negative here. So therefore we have represented it to be always greater than or equal to 0. So this is the relation we have written from the given details. Now as the expected value function, we have the square bracket squared here. So let us have expansion of the square. So as we have the two terms, so in general we can say a minus b, the bracket is squared here. The square expansion can be of the form given in the next equation like this. So here the first term we obtain a square multiplied to the expected value of x square as a function of n plus k, minus twice of a into the expected value of we have x of n plus k multiplied to y of n, whereas we have the third term which is also a square term. So this is expected value of y square of n. So right hand side we keep as it is with this inequality. This is greater than or equal to 0 here. Now to look at the expansion that we have made for the basic bracket, generally we have seen the formula a minus b bracket square. So this is nothing but the quadratic equation form here, and as RHS is represented here, this complete quadratic equation is a non-negative here. So for the quadratic equation we can have the determination of the roots here. So for determination of the roots, whatever the formula is there, thereupon the use of square root is there, what we can call a discriminant. So when this quadratic equation completely is non-negative here, so that time the discriminant, the square root part, is also a non-positive in this case. The formulation you can remember where we take the square root of b square minus 4ac. So from this relation we can write the further expression, which will be the 4 times the e square, the expected function here, of x of n plus k in multiplication to y of n will be less than or equal to 4 times e, the expected function of x square as a function of n plus k, which is multiplied to the expected value function of y square of n here. Or in another way, in terms of the autocorrelation sequences for the individual random processes x of n and y of n, and the togetherness expressed by the cross correlation function from the problem statement, we can have the representation of the equation in this abstract form. So here the left hand side is represented r suffix xy square as a function of k, whereas this is less than or equal to the multiplication of rx of 0 into ry of 0 here. So to this particular relation, if we take the square root, so for both the sides we have to take the square root, and it will give us the form, this is mod of r suffix xy, the cross correlation as a function of k, this is the left hand side, is less than or equal to the square root of the multiplication of rx of 0 to ry of 0. This is nothing but the first inequality that it is in the problem statement, for which we had to prove it. So from this first equation that we have taken, we can prove this one. So this is nothing but the solution to the part A of this problem number 6 here. Now moving further to have proof of the second inequality here. We begin again with the knowledge from the two random processes x of n and y of n to be jointly wide sense stationary random processes here. We write the expression where we have the expected value of the square of the mod that involve x of n plus k plus minus with y of n here. So this is again the mean or the expected value, a non-zero, so it is always greater than or equal to 0. It is a non-negative. Now again with the expansion of the square as into the previous case and a representation with the help of the autocorrelation and the cross correlation sequences here, we can have this expression this way. So here we have rx of 0 plus minus twice of the cross correlation r suffix xy of k added to ry of 0, RHS kept as it is, which is greater than or equal to 0 here. So therefore from this equation, the first term rx of 0, the third term that is ry of 0 can be shifted to the right hand side. The toys from the middle term can also be shifted to the right hand side. So that time the left hand side will be left with plus minus the cross correlation r suffix xy of k here. So it is less than or equal to, we have the expression This is plus minus r suffix xy of k less than or equal to 1 by 2 times the square bracket that has the summation of rx of 0 with ry of 0 here. So this is nothing but what we have in the problem statement. On to the left hand side, as we have represented plus minus here, we can also express it to the form of mod here. So this is nothing but the mod of r suffix xy as a function of k less than or equal to 1 by 2 times the summation of rx of 0 with ry of 0. So this way, for the given two wide sense stationary into the joint cases of random processes x of n and y of n, we have proved the two inequalities into the part A and part B. So this completes problem number 6 here.